Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Plant Journey with Tori. As you can see, I love houseplants, and if you do too, I would highly suggest subscribing and turn on that little notification bell so you know when I post and you don't miss out. So today we are going to be going over my plant collection that I have now. I have brought all of the plants in the other room in here, and then we'll do those first, and then we will do the ones in the living room and then the ones in my shelf. So let's just go ahead and jump right on into it. Okay, so the first one we have in our collection, this is not in any order in which I got them at all. Sorry if you hear the rustling, my cat, it's so loud. But no, I'm not going in any sort of order on when I got these. I just kind of picked them up, and whatever I grab. So the first one we're going to be doing today, I'm going to show you, is my little Dracena. It had 2 stalks, but the other one somehow managed to rot from the top, which is weird. But it is a Dracena marginata. It's not looking the best, but she's still cute, and she's just chilling. I honestly neglect this plant all the time, and I forget about her all the time, but she's chilling. But yeah, that's probably why the top one got rot, but it's fine. She's still cute. I kind of like it with just the one. It's cute. And then the next one we have is gonna be our regular ZZ. I think, yeah, this one's my regular ZZ. This is one we've already seen. It's got a new growth point, look at that. But this one is super easy. I honestly neglect it all the time too. I forget about them all the time. Most of these plants in this section are ones that I forget about all the time because I usually don't go in that room a lot, you know. But we've seen this one before because you saw me repot this one. So yeah, she's super cute. I love her a lot. And then the next one we have, we'll go ahead and do this one, is the Raven ZZ. And again, we saw that one too because we saw that in like a repot video. And she's super pretty. Not really putting off any new growth yet, but she's still cute. Alright, and then this one is a Monstera at Insomniac that I propagated. You can see it's leaning towards this way because that's where the light is in the room it's in. And I propagated this one, and I'm pretty proud of it because it's doing pretty well. There was a few more cuttings in here, but some of them didn't make it, obviously. And like some of the leaves are a little funky, like that one. You can kind of see, but it's okay. She's still cute. And it's got lots of new growth. Like this is a new leaf, these are new leaves, all of these are pretty much new growth. But she's super cute. She's just chilling, doing her little dancey dance. And then the next two are kind of, they're both the same. They're the same plant. This is the mother plant. It's not looking so hot, and then this is my little propagation of it. Again, this isn't looking so hot. These ones are ones that should not be neglected, and these ones are, I'm just gonna hold this one up. These ones are creeping jennies. They're super pretty plants, gorgeous plants, but I forget about them, and they are one of the plants that really love to be moist, I guess. They don't like to dry out at all, and that's not good for them. So yeah, that's my creeping jenny. They're super fun. Fun fact, I've already killed like 1 creeping jenny, and then someone gave me another. But yeah, and then the next few plants are all the same kind of plant. They're just different colored blooms. Some of them aren't in bloom right now, but they are my African violets, and like that's pretty big. This is in a 4-inch pot, and these ones also need to be watered, but these ones are just the white with the green edges around it, and super pretty. And then I have this one. This is my big boy, as you can see. He's pretty big. They need to be watered. But it's just a purple with white stripes around the edge, and he's pretty cool. And then this one I am very proud of because I was told I really couldn't do this. It's the same kind as the last one I showed you with the purple flowers and the white edges. But I propped this in water and I was told I wouldn't be able to do that, and just ignore the sticky trap situation, fungus gnats, you know. But it hasn't bloomed yet, but it's still really pretty, and like, I'm very proud of this one. Super cute. And then the next two I have are my Phitonias. This is just the pink Juanita, I want to say it's called. Yeah, the Juanita Phytonia. And then this one is my absolute favorite. It is the mini white. It's just, I like this one so much better. And like, yes, I know this cash pot is too small, but whatever. And then this pot I got from Publix, actually. It's just super cute. It's like a pale pink. It looks white on camera, but it's definitely a pink. But it's got a cute little heart design around it, and it just goes around in circles like that. And yeah, they are leaning, and I got the pink one in that because I just thought it was cute, you know. And that is all for the room, the extra room. I'll go put these ones back, and then I will grab all the other ones in the living room that are not in the shelf, and we will go over those ones. Okay, so before we sit down and do the other part of the video with the other living room plants, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my bird of paradise, because I'm not gonna move that. So this is my bird of paradise. It's fairly large. I've got to fix it. It kind of fell over and is leaning, but I just repotted it into this bigger pot, so hopefully I can get more leaves to grow after they work on their roots. So yeah, that's my bird of paradise. So up next is just the plants that are just dappled around my living room, I guess. And so I guess we will just go ahead and start with this boy. I got him not too long ago. I'm not exactly sure what he is per se. I know he's like a philodendron, but I think they said he's a philodendron Little Hope. This one, I didn't have an ID with him. So sorry, I'm trying to make sure my cat doesn't break anything. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what he is. I want to put him like this so you can see him. But it's super pretty. I have my Ficus Elastica Ruby, who is probably not very happy with where she is, so I'm probably going to move her into the greenhouse shelf today. But she's super pretty. It's just got these really pretty pink and green burgundy-ish leaves, and like these ones have been coming in since I got her. So yeah, I got a couple new leaf points or growth points on there, so you can kind of see that one there too. And then there's one here. But yeah, she's super pretty. I'm gonna have to unpot her because I saw someone else who had bought one from Publix like this. And there was this stuff in there that needs to come out. It was like, I don't know what it was called, but it basically holds no water but all the water at the same time. It's almost like that, you know, that floral foam with this, that you put the fake flowers and stuff in. It was almost like that around this base and stem. And so, yeah, I'm gonna have to unpot her and look at that because that is not good. So she may be also dying from that because she's dropped a couple leaves that I've noticed, and I think there's another one going. So yes, that is the Ficus Ruby, or Ficus Elastica Ruby. And then up next we have a couple of like rehab type plants because they got root rot. So this is just a snake plant. I know it's crazy to think, but I definitely have given this plant root rot. The soil it was in before I repotted it was not very good, and so I think that was another issue. But it is just a cute little plain snake plant, Sansevieria. Like, this is probably one of my favorite leaves with the yellow and stuff. And so yeah, super pretty. And then this plant is a plant that I struggle with non-stop. I cannot figure this plant out, so if you have any tips, leave them in the comments below. But it is my Pilea peperomioides. As you can see, there's leaves falling off like nobody's business, and this one also had root rot. And so yeah, was just trying to check the bottom, make sure it looked good. And see this leaf rotting. This leaf rotting. And then up next, we will just do this plant who needs to be watered as well. It is a Cebu Blue. She's super pretty. And then up next in the living room is my, don't judge me for the massive moss pole, just my Philodendron Lemon Lime Domesticum, I think is what it's called. But it's super full. I try not to move it around too much like that because this moss pole is not the most sturdy of things. But yeah, I've got her going up the moss pole, and I've got some cuttings rooting of her, so yeah. She's super pretty. Hasn't put out any new growth yet, but there are so many baby plants in the bottom of this pot. As you can probably see them. Like, you see how full that is? So many baby plants. But that's pretty exciting. But that is all for just in the living room area. Now we'll just move on to the greenhouse shelf. So this will be fun. Okay. So I think we're gonna go by shelves. So this is on the very top shelf, which you can't really see much. But these are all like my hanging and like pothos type plants that have like big trails right now. Or bigger trails where they actually hang down, which is super exciting. But so up first, she's looking a little rough, like all of my plants. But this is just my Marble Queen Pothos. She's super pretty. Look at that leaf, so freaking gorgeous. Oh, and that one too. Oh, so pretty. She's got quite a few trails going, and I'm trying to make her have a fuller pot by wrapping some around. That's just kind of why that was like that. This is my Pearls and Jade, I do believe, pothos. I've never really been sure exactly which one it is, but I'm pretty sure it's a Pearls and Jade. It has the Enjoy markings, but with the splotches of green around the edge and not the super, you know. But this is one I have on a moss pole. You kind of saw me make the moss pole in last week's in last week's video. But she is doing great and she's loving it. So this is just my Pearls and Jade. She's so pretty. And then I just had to repot these two, which are my Dapsis or Dapsis argyris, or however you want to say it. Oh, she's got a Dapsis argyris. Well, some of the leaves are looking a little bit rough. I just had to repot her into a 10-inch pot. So she's a big hefty girl, and she looks really nice. She's super pretty, and that leaf right there, the big one in the front, right there, is just catching my eye right now. That is my Dapsis argyris, or silver satin pothos. Super pretty. This is probably one of my favorite plants, honestly. It is my big girl, neon pothos. Again, she's looking a little bit scraggly, but she just got repotted, so into a giant 10-inch pot. And so look at that new leaf right there. You can see it. It's so bright, so pretty, so vibrant. But she has so many trails. They're really long. I've been tempted to take cuttings of her for a long time now, but I don't want to cut off the trails. But she is super pretty, and like, she's just majestic hanging up there. That is all for the top shelf, like not in the greenhouse cabinet, but are on top of the greenhouse shelf. So let me put these back, and then we will go to the next shelf. Okay, so on the very top shelf, there's not many plants. There's like 4 and like a prop box, which isn't very big. So I guess we will start with this one, and it is my Pepperoni obtusifolia. Just the regular version. It's got some variegation in it. You can kind of see like the dark green on a couple leaves, but there's not much variegation. She's cute. I struggle with peperomias as well, so we'll see how she does. And then next we have this no ID plant. I am not sure what this is at all. I want to say it's more of a succulent type thing. So it might be a peperomia too, or I think it could be a lipstick plant. I'm not sure what it is. I just know it was really cool, and the feeling of them are pretty cool, the leaves, and it just looks like a mustache type thing. But yeah, she's super pretty. I love her. And then up next we have this boy, who is one I got 4 2-inch starter plants from, and just kind of put them all in this 8-inch shallow pot, and I'm trying to make a full pot of it. And it is my just regular string of hearts. I was super excited to get this plant. You can't really see it. I'm trying not to tip out the dirt. You can see where the light is. I just got this pot from Walmart, and it's just a cute little shallow 8-inch pot. So, and then also I just realized I didn't put this down here with the rest of them. I have my little Albus and Gonium cutting, who has put off a new leaf for me. She is so pretty. That's such a pretty leaf, and like this was a really nice clipping too. And so she is just rooting in this little 2-inch pot with some sphagnum moss. It's just my Syngonium Pink Illusion, and I've got lots of new leaves coming in. See, like, let's see, you can see them. No, there it is. There's a couple right there, and then there was, this one is a new leaf right here. Yeah, she has lots of new leaves coming in. She is loving. There it is, right there. You still can't see it. Kind of see it like right behind my finger. Let's see, there it is. Yeah, it's just super cute. Anyways, if you couldn't see that, I'm sorry, but yeah, that was just something I realized I missed because it got put in with the ones that I shown. So it's a little Syngonium Pink Illusion. Anyways, let's move on for real this time. Yes, this is just my Philodendron Brazil. She's super pretty. What's left of her in the pot. Like, she's got some really gorgeous leaves, and like the ones that are on the propagations are so pretty. I love this plant so much. But yeah, I chopped her all up because I didn't think it would do anything. Maybe the plant could put more energy into producing some more roots now. And then up next we have a Hartley Philodendron, just the regular green kind. That's a funky leaf, but this one's super exciting because this one hasn't been doing anything, and you can see right there it's got a new growth point, and I am so excited. And so yeah, this one's just a cute little regular Hartley Philodendron green. Super pretty. And then we have this is the cutest thing ever. Like, I just find this so cute. It is a little baby spider plant, and it's just in this cute little ceramic pot that I found at Target in the dollar section. And something about it, it's just so cute. Like, look at that, it is so cute. I love this plant so much. And then up next we have my regular non-variegated umbrella tree, putting off lots of new growth. Not as much as a variegated one, but this one is putting off some new growth. It is super pretty. It's just in this cute little mug that I was given on my wedding day by my photographer, and I don't really drink that much coffee, tea, or anything. And so I just like put a plant in it, and look at it, it's so freaking cute. We'll do this one, and it is my Global Green Pothos. Super pretty. And I kind of like the shape it's in, where it's more of a bush instead of a vining plant. Like, they're super pretty when they're vining plants, but just this one has this really nice, like, just beautifully round shape, especially if you just look at it from this side, like this, and not this side. But it is just really pretty. I like the shape of it. Up next is a golden pothos that I've had for a long time, and it's starting to like really pop off now, being in the shelf. And so I don't think it was getting enough light, because as you can see, it lost a lot of its golden, like especially on some of these leaves like this, it doesn't have any golden. But if you look at some of the newer leaves, let's see, they've gotten some back. You can kind of see it a little bit right there in that bottom corner, and it's starting to get some of its golden back. And I'm so excited because I'm like, I want a golden pothos that has lots of golden on it, and it's finally coming back, and like some of the golden that was there has really brightened up, like this leaf right here. So that's all for the next shelf. Let's move on now, shall we? I just have this Rhaphidophora tetrasperma cuttings with that wet stick node in the back right there. And she looks a little funky. Yes, the white stuff on there is perlite dust, I think it's perlite dust. I think it is, because it was coming off like it is. But I was super excited about this plant, and for a while there I didn't think it was gonna make it, and then I saw roots on it, and so yeah, super exciting. And then we have a this is really bad. This propagation I've had in water since last year, and I haven't done anything with it. And I finally did something with it. I put it on a moss pole, and it is just a Rhaphidophora hyee shingling vine. And I know they like planks, but I don't have any planks. So we're just making do with what we got, and I need to spray all of my moss poles today because they're getting a little dry. And then we have one, like I said, I struggle with peperomias, so don't judge too hard. We have a sad, very sad peperomia, watermelon peperomia. I don't understand peperomia. I can't make them happy. And so, yeah, because you can see it's got lots of splits and deformed leaves, and it's just all sad and splayed out. So, and I've taken lots of cuttings, and there is new growth on here, but they're all deformed. So that's about the only good leaf I have, and maybe that one, but the rest of them are just sad. I don't understand this plant. Next we have a Baltic blue pothos, super pretty, lots of really nice fenestrations. Like this one has some pretty good ones. You can't really, there it is, you can kind of see it. And this is the one I repotted actually. This is the one, because the roots were coming out of the bottom, but you can see that there's not anymore. It just was not in a good soil, and it was looking for more, I don't know, I think water or something. But it's got lots of new growth, and it's just chilling. So yeah, Baltic blue pothos. And then up next we have one of my favorite plants, the lemon lime Hartley Philodendron. And these are two of my favorite leaves. This one is brand new, and then this one I got it with, and it's just got this cute little variegation mark on it, and this is something on the back that needs to come off. There we go. But she's vibing, we're chilling, she's doing great. Lots of new growth, if you can see, so much new growth, especially down in there. You can kind of see some of them. We have a Manjula Pothos that's been in this same size pot for about 2 years now. Not 2 years, it's not been that long. I haven't been collecting plants that long. Manjula Pothos, she's super pretty. But she's not doing much. There's not much new growth happening on her, which is kind of sad. I think I have a couple of new leaves coming in, maybe. I think I saw a couple of the in this. We have another Palea peperomioides that's doing a lot better than this one. I just can't get that other one to do right. It's just struggling. This one I thought was dead for the longest, because she only had 3 leaves, but she was still green on top. And then I put her in the greenhouse shelf, and look how many new leaves she has popped off for me. Like these last two, like these two right here, this one and this one, were the only 2 she had, and one that was like trying to come out, and it never would. But look how many she has now. I am so excited. We have our Skin Dapsis Trebian Moonlight, just the regular form. And you can see right here, it's got the newest leaf, and then it's got, this one has a couple growth points, and then these are pretty new leaves. And again, this is one that I thought wasn't doing anything. I thought it was almost dead. It was just not happy. But I eventually saw and actually like looked into the situation as to why it wasn't growing. Half of the roots, whenever I bought this plant, was on top, of the soil and getting all dried out, and like it just, the growers didn't pot it deep enough. So yeah, and now it's actually starting to get new growth now that I've repotted it. It loves its terracotta and it loves the greenhouse shelf, so that's gonna stay in there for a while until it can get bigger and happier. And yes, a thriving variegated umbrella tree. Look at all of that new growth right there, and look at it, it's so pretty. The yellow variegation, it was yellow, all this variegation was all yellow, and it's now turned white, which is super exciting. I just need to make sure I'm not giving it too much light, and I think I need to actually move it away from the amount of humidity it's getting, because I think it's starting to rot a little bit, which is fine. I can fix that. Super fixable problems. But this is one I just found the other day. It was super root bound in the pot where it came from, and so I love her so much. I think the most exciting thing I have on this shelf, you got a little glimpse of it, couldn't tell what it was, is my Philodendron painted lady. She's super small, and I found her for like $42, but there's like, I think there's like 2 plants in here, 2 or 3 plants in here, yeah. And she just put out this new leaf whenever, oh, let's see if I can show you. She just put out this new leaf whenever I got her, and then she's putting out this one whenever I got her, and hopefully she's gonna put out some more in my care, and hopefully she will be super happy. But she is so pretty. Oh, she's so pretty, and like the variegation does not, the camera does not do this variegation justice. I love this plant so much. It's so gorgeous. Like, look at that leaf right there. And then this one, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. So that's all for this shelf. I think it's time to move on to the bottom shelf, where I have some more exciting things. Up first, we have a Philodendron Brazil Marks. It's not a reverted variegation, it's not variegated, it's just a regular Brazil Marks, which is still really pretty. I'm super excited about it. But like some of the other ones, I don't understand this plant quite yet, and it's got lots of growth points on it, but they're not really doing much, like growing wise. So I'm hoping it's loving me as much as I'm loving him. But we'll see in a little bit this spring. Like, I think I'm gonna have to cut off some of these leaves because I don't know if it's like I got a fungal infection or whatever. So yeah, Brazil Marks. Let's hope it does well. And then we have my Monstera Adansonii, which I have growing up a bamboo stake at the moment, and it's got lots of new growth growing on it. It's so much happier on this thing than it was. Like, it's so, did I not do that one? Like, it's so much happier. I think it's literally put out this whole vine, I think. Like, maybe not, maybe I just missed it, I don't know. But like, there's a vine here that I'm just confused about. Anyways, this Monstera Adansonii is so much happier growing upwards than trailing, and I am so excited for it, and it's doing great, and it looks so much better now. Like, and then up next, let's do this one. So this is another one of my all-time favorite plants. It is a Begonia Maculata. Look at how happy she is. Like, this leaf has like no crisping whatsoever. And you can see on some of these bottom ones where I've had to chop some of the tips off because it was crispy, and so it's put out lots of new leaves for me, and she's so much happier now. Like, this one's new, and then this one's pretty new. It's still hardening off. Up next, let's do this boy. He needs to be watered because he's pretty dried out. But this is a Albus and Gonium, and I'm kind of worried about him. Because, like, look how much white is on that. This one is like a completely white leaf. And then this one has the smallest bit of green at the very top. And this one has some at the top, but not much. And this is like the only like lots of green it has. So I'm hoping if I move it away from the light, it will grow more green, which I've tried to do, but it hasn't really grown a leaf, and I wonder why. So I may end up having to cut some of these leaves off, or hopefully they die off soon. Like it's gorgeous. It's so freaking pretty. It's absolutely stunning, but it's not gonna survive. And then last but certainly not least in this collection video, I have my Philodendron Silver Sword. She is super gorgeous. She just got done putting out, let's see, this leaf right here. Super pretty. Still hardening off. You can see right there on the petiole, you probably won't be able to, like right there at the very tip. She's putting out a new leaf already. It's crazy. But yes, I paid $35 for her, and she had this leaf coming in, and she came with the moss pole. But anyways, that is all for this week's video. I will see y'all next week. If you love houseplants, like I said, I would highly suggest subscribing, and just remember that you are very loved, and I hope you have a great week. Bye!